Everybody wake up, wake up. The wake up show, it's the wake up show. Everybody wake up, wake up. It's the wake up show, it's the wake up show. Everybody wake up, wake up. It's the wake up show, it's the wake up show. Come on, wake up, wake up. It's the wake up show, it's the wake up show. Y'all conducting 8-bar symphony just to scar your infantry. It's bizarre, see I can't even fuck with y'all. Lyrically I'm planets away. You sway with the movement. I spark a revolution without the tech shooting. We kings, and you can feel the sting of the tirade. The misfit brothers leaving next where your mind stayed. Cause when the line sprayed, your time is through. It's time to wake up with the unplugged crew. I'm known as a loner and loser, deplorable dude, as repulsive, reclusive, abnormal and useless, a horrible suitor, but boy do I make glorious music. I am incredible. Sway tech and rap snatch me up like Java to Enter4. Pathetic artists acknowledge that I'm dominant. Couldn't find a peer from standing in Santa Monica. The whole squad is turning subpar rappers to job applicants while they shot rapping on the wake up show. Start
from centric conceited to your speakers and tweeters. Wake up show been the leaders. Bless the world with the heaters. The underground believers keep the torch lit. Like the city sewer system pumping nothing but that raw shit. Sway tech revolution skyhook. The way you represent the culture is a fly look. $150 to the face of the master's master. Head crack slams the mic down, maniacal laughter.
Trends in with the mighty pen, we going in. Hit like speed knots with 10 shots of adrenaline. Focus when listening, backed by God's christening. Airwaves waking up whatever time you're living in. Satellite speed of mics unplugged and grown. Don't need electricity, we provide our own. So welcome to the zone where greatness is crafted. Masters of this shit, you still just rough drafting.
Peep the next living legend, we supposed to serve ya. I'ma push the envelope like a postal worker. Crown screaming cause we holding the torch. Arms sway back and forth like sway from LA to New York. So what you thought we wouldn't kill it? Ain't nothing you can tell me if I'm getting slept on your blocks looking like Elm Street. So I advise y'all to wake up stupid to the sounds of King Tech, Sway, and DJ Revolution.
Wake up, but it's not the first of the month. It's just the verses you want. Working with purpose with those circuits that lurk up in your trunk. This is that banger, no Miley Cyrus. This is danger, don't fuck with us, HIV virus. The flyers, I swear to tech for the revolution. Who won test when just reacted the better student. Recruited by the truest, absolute, undisputed, best to ever do it. It's the wake up movement.
Yo, Rev, we starting? Yo, this DJ King Tech from the world famous Wake Up Show. You tuned in to a very special edition of the Wake Up Show. Tonight, I will be interviewing the one and only, the RZA. And we're going to dig in deep about everything going on with season 2 on the series on Hulu, WuTang and American Saga. Rev, you ready, bro? Just started, bro. Let's get into it, man. This is dope. This is dope. Rev, let her roll, bro. Just start it, man. Just start it. 1 2 1 2. You're now tuned in to the world famous Wake Up Show. I am DJ King Tech. I got one of my longtime friends on the phone here, man. First of all, congratulations to you, brother. I got my brother RZA. So I owed you a call anyway, brother. Congratulations on that, man. Talk a little bit about, season 2,
Hey, yo, but check it out. This is funny because I'm calling into the station to shout you out, and this is kind of flashing back to what season 2 was talking about when WuTang first recorded 36 Chambers, and I remember calling into the station down when you was in KMEL back in the day, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's crazy that the show goes back into those good old days, and here we are years later, and we're both representing hip hop still, and I could dial in. I could still call you up. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
Crazy.
I think, man, the thing about the reason people love the RZA, in my opinion, man, is you loved hip hop the way it was supposed to be. Like you was in love with it like a little kid that made it big and still stayed a little kid. Like it's still in your heart. Where
I still feel the same. I'm still a little kid with it. When new gadgets come out or new songs come out or new vibes come out, I'm right there enjoying it. Having my enjoyment, having my opinion, and continue to be creative with hip hop. And season 2 is really nostalgic for me because it goes back to when I was just sitting in front of those beat machines and trying to come up with Mystery of Chess Boxing, or come up with Cream, or the songs that become iconic songs and songs iconic for Wu-Tang Clan, but not just for Wu-Tang, but for hip hop and for New York and and then the whole vibe, because if you're sitting in a studio or in front of your equipment in your basement or wherever you had it at in those good old days, and you just creating from your heart, and there's no intention. The intention is just to make dope music and as WuTang say, chop heads off.
Right.
But not the idea, I think, that is going to be global and the world is going to respond to it, react to it, reflect on it, learn from it. So it's really something magical about this season, because we get a chance to go back and look at that. And then even for me, a guy who lived it, I get to relive it through these actors. And it's really, even if it wasn't me, Tech, it's really quite an amazing story and an amazing journey, for any young man in America, with a new art form such as hip hop, or even when you think about the skateboarders, so when they was the first ones willing to jump off the sidewalk with it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or you think about the graffiti guys who was the first one to climb up and paint on the building or whatever.
Trains,
Yeah, trains, buildings, street signs.
Yeah.
The DJ who said, "Yo, I'm gonna put 2 turntables together and spin the music back."
Yeah.
All that pioneering, those pioneering ideas led to global culture.
Yeah.
And this season of WuTang and American Saga goes into talking about our part and our dedication, and our, what we offering into the hip hop community. And it's really gonna be fun to see how the audience respond to it.
Wu-Tang Clan ain't nothing to fuck with. Wu-Tang Clan ain't nothing to fuck with. Wu-Tang Clan ain't nothing to fuck with. There's no place to hide once I step inside the room. Dr. Doom, prepare for the boom. Bam! Oh man, I slam. Damn, I scream like Tarzan. I be tossing and forcing, my style is awesome. I'm causing more family food than Richard Dawson. And the survey said you're dead. Baby flying girl, take chops off your fucking head. Mister, who is that? Hey yo, the who is back? Making niggas go whoa, whoa. Like I'm Super Cat, me fear no one. Oh no, here come the Wu-Tang Shogun. Killer to the eardrum. Put the needle to the groove, I get rude and I'm forced to fuck it up. My style carries like a pickup truck. Cross the clear blue yonder. See, the China Sea, I slam tracks like quarterback sacks from LT. Now I try and test the rebel lioness. Less since the birth, I earth slam your best. Cause I bake the cake, then take the cake and eat it too with my crew while we head state to state. And if you want beef, then bring the buckets. Wu-Tang Clan ain't nothing to fuck with. Straight from the motherfucking something busted. Wu-Tang Clan ain't nothing to fuck with. Step up, boy. Represent. Chop his head off, Jay.
The map will come out tomorrow. Now, convincing, bizarro, flow, with more afro than Rollo. Coming to a fork in the road, which way to go, just follow. Method's the legend, niggas is Sleepy Hollow. In fact, I'm a hard act to follow. I dope for Dolo, Bogart coming on through. Niggas is like, oh my God, not you. Yes, I come to get a slice of the pumpkin, the pie. Rather do than die. Check my flavor, coming from the RZA with the show for the razor. Who make me reminisce true like nature? Who? I'm rubber, niggas it's like glue. Whatever you say, rubs off me, sticks to do.
Tiger style.
Wu-Tang Clan ain't nothing to fuck with. 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 Yeah, representing Brooklyn, Queens, Long Island, Manhattan, Bronx, the rugged lands of Shaolin. Niggas from Virginia, Atlanta, our boys in Ohio, coming through with the crazy wyo. Yo, niggas from the source, my man Kelly Wu from the Gavin, Real Strickland, Jason Staten, yeah, true. My niggas rap, scoring down, boy. We ain't nothing to fuck with. The whole Texas mob, the Chicago mob, niggas from Detroit, fucking California squadron, coming through, know what I'm saying? The whole fucking West Coast, to the whole East, niggas from DC, down to Maryland, all the way over near Morgan State. Wu-Tang Clan ain't nothing to fuck with. All over the whole fucking globe, coming through, boy. Peace to the fucking Zulu Nation. Peace to all the gods and the earths. Word is born. Wu-Tang slang, chopping heads, boy. It ain't safe no more. Peace.
Tiger style.
Hey, this is Michael B. Jordan. You're listening to the world famous Wake Up Show with Sway, King Tech, and DJ Revolution.
Oh, fuck you can't even sing. Here's the sing so you get some pussy.
Ooh, baby, I like it raw. Yeah, baby, I like it raw. Ooh, baby, I like it raw. Yeah, baby, I like it raw.
Shimmy, shimmy, y'all, shimmy, yam, shimmy, yeah. Give me the mic so I can take her away. Off on the natural charge, bon voyage. Yeah, from the home of the Dodger Brooklyn squad. WuTang killer, hubby's on the swarm. Rain on your college ass disco dorm. Well, you didn't even touch my skill. You gotta go to one killer B, and he ain't gonna kill now. Chop that down, pass it all around. Lyrics get hard, quick cement to the ground. For an EMC and any 52 states, I get psycho. Killer, Norman Bates. My producer slam, my flow was like bam. Jump on stage, up in a dip damn.
Ooh, baby, I like it raw. Yeah, baby, I like it raw. Ooh, baby, I like it raw. Yeah, baby, I like it raw. Baby, I like it raw. Yeah, baby, I like it raw. Ooh, baby, I like it raw. Yeah, baby, I like it raw.
House, they got answers, get the feeling they slaying off. When the ghost can be still far, they turn. When remorse, I if I look at them, shimmy, shimmy, y'all, shimmy, yeah, shimmy, yeah. Give me the mic so I can take it away. Off on the natural charge, bon voyage. Yeah, from the home of the Dodgers Brooklyn squad. WuTang killer, hubby's on the swarm. Rain on your college ass, disco dorm. Well, you didn't even touch my skill. You gotta go to one killer B, and he ain't overkill now. Drop that down, pass all around. Lyrics get hard, quick cement to the ground. For any MC and any 52 states, I get psycho killer, Norman Bates. My producer slam, always like bam, jump on stage and then I did that.
Everybody wake up for the wake up show, you heard me? Another wake up show classic.
Say peace to cats who rock Mac knowledges, street astrologists, light up the mic, guard knowledge, fly joints like character points, Corolla, Motorola, hola, play it guard, he pack over the shoulder, chrome tanks, play it like Yanks, check the franchise, front on my guys, my enterprise, last many lives, repel fakes like reflectors, he had sugar in his ear in his last crack career, we can him, manhandle him, if you wanna, run in his cribbo, get ditto, skate like a limo, and jet to the fly state, relate, take a break down the eighth and then wait, drop it like Drake, thugs, they be bowing and screwing. We canoeing, claim they doing the same shit we doing. Fuck your union, it's the same style. Was a trainer boy, jump the turnstile on the alley, try to challenge God for the new bounce, especially that aluminum bat in the act. Relax, laid back, sell a grenade a day. It pays black. The Mac 10 flex, white cats like Windex. Index, finger be sore, busting these fly spread. The Wally can't count, crazily grins, provide plans. Laying with my bitches and my mans and Lex lands, we losing them. Jet to the stash and now Jerusalem, abusing them. Rocking his jewels like we using them. Low pro star, 7 thick waves, rock polar. Roll with the older guard, build with the sun and the star.
Start realizing that ghost got that shit that'll keep you vibing. Look who is here to bring you Charlotte's finest. But if you still swing, you better step behind us.
Mercury raps is rough and gorgeous, show like tax. Red and white, Wally the match, bear my baseball hat. Doing forever shit like pissing out the window on turnpikes. Robbing niggas for levis like swiping on dirt bike. Voice mellow like Vaughn Harper, radio barber. Murder sleepaway camp, the fly lady champ. The arsonist who burn with his pen regardless. Slaying all these earthlings and fake foreigners. In the Philippines, pick herbal bees, bubbling strings. Bright chemical cream, we burn kerosene. The conviction of my tape is rape wicked like Nixon. Long heads inscriptions with 3 6s and kiss the pyramid, experiment with high explosive. I slap box with Jesus, lick shots at Joseph. Zooming like binoculars, the rap blacksmith. Money's Rolex was rockless, chef rack top spotless. I'm Iron Man, no decatch metal, I'm still alloy. True identity hitting inside chick for tabloids. Breathe oxygen, both sides of my jaw carry oxys. You track it like kabangers in 100-wide boxes. No jostling these cats while little JP Delian. Sip Irish spots out of weed dalliance.
Rhymes like retail, make sure shit sell. But where we at, my man?
All these MCs start realizing that
Slang kills my biz bills. What up, Lils? Murder one done. Killer bee stung. Guess who back home, son? My technique is slang can't run. Third platoon soon. Crystal bottles, cages of boom. Poppy wardrobe, the man had a big dick style. Beware goons. Smuggle balloons. Lauder dunes and fat pussy wounds. Let the guards build. Pull the grill. Check out the man's skills. Top secret technique. Too hard for you to peep in and keep it. Take your style of rap and watch a knock on slang. Sweep it out of order. Tape recorder. Can't record my slaughter. Spoil the rotten Donna. Too good to be forgotten. Hot top notch. Borderline rhymes is Hancock 96. My ill sound class is still hot. Get yourself shot.
All you MCs start realizing that who's got that shit better keep you vibing. The who is here to bring you shoutings, finest. But if your shoes are weak, you better step behind us. Whoa. Yes, we're internationally
Estás escuchando el show más famoso del mundo.
I speak a language universal. Check on how I use
Que
it.
pase este chivo, están escuchando lo mejor en música rap. Aquí con Sway, Tech y Revolución. No lo toques, mira, aquí está. Déjalo ahí, brother.
阿弥陀佛，我的名字叫石延明，从中国上一次来，我在美国
This is hip hop music, and this is all we got.
Representing hip hop worldwide. Give it up, y'all. Sway.
So let's talk a little bit about season 1 versus season 2. So season 1, what was your goal with season 1? A lot of people still are not up on season 1, and people have been calling me left and right because as they've been getting Hulu, they've been binging the show like nonstop. I'm getting calls like, bro, I watched all 10 episodes in 2 days. Everybody been calling me, telling me that because the excitement for season 2. So what was the main difference between season 1 for you and season 2?
Well, you know, when you're talking about, you know, 9 MCs and 9 individuals and a whole community like Staten Island, New York, and you're going back to the 90s, season 1 first was to bring you into the community, bring you into where we was at and the struggles of life we was facing as young black men. I think we kind of said, yo, let's talk about when we was 19, you know what I mean? Right. And start from there. And you notice when at 19 years old, you know, I got my first record deal as Prince Rakeem, and Method Man didn't get a deal, or the Jizzle got his first deal, and Ghost was you know, wanting to rhyme but wasn't 200% sure that was going to be the way out, and Raekwon, you know, at the same time, you know, in the street game. So it was like that street struggle, and we wanted to show, you know, to share that really, because we shared some of it on our songs, right, but not in detail like season 1 does, right? And so season 1 was to set the tone, put you into our world, bring you to Staten Island, you know, meet our families, meet Fat Larry, right. You know, meet the young people who, you know, in my character, you know, it's funny to talk about myself, but you know, just trying to get an SP 1200 tech. Yeah, trust me, that was a mission. Like, you know, just to get that SP 1200, man. Yeah. It was like, yo, and I know a lot of people went through that, yo, when they saw those toys, they saw those turntables, they saw that mixer. Yeah. They, you know, I remember the GLI mixer came out, Gemini. Yeah. When you heard people transforming, you was like, yo, I gotta get a GLI, I gotta get a GLI. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. So we wanted to show that part of the energy of hip hop, and then in season 2, we want to show the creation of 36 Chambers. But to show it, you know, in details that, you know, that some things about it, you couldn't just read about it in an old article in The Source or in Vibe magazine or Rap Pages, which was all beautiful magazines back in those days that would help follow hip hop, beat down and things like that. And, you know, we lost a lot of those magazines. Right. But even within those magazines or MTV or BET, you only getting like a spoonful of what's really happening. But in season 2, we get a chance to really turn the magnifying glass on creation of 36 Chambers and also the struggles that the clan is going to go through to make that record.
side, the New York Times side. Staying alive was no job, had second hands. Moms bounced on old men. So then we moved to Shaolin Land, a young youth, you're rocking the go-to. Low goose, only way I begin to G-York was drug loot. And let's start it like this, son, rolling with this one and that one, pulling out gats for fun. But it was just a dream for the teen who was a fiend. Started smoking wools at 16 and running up in gates and doing hits by high stakes, making my way off fire escapes. No question I was speed for cracks and weed. The combination made my eyes bleed. No question I would flow off and try to get the dough off. Sticking up right boys on board. My life got no better. Same damn low sweater. Times is rough and tough like leather. Figured out I went the wrong route. So I got with a sick tight click and went all out. Catching keys from cross seas, rolling in MPVs. Every week we made 40 G. Yo, brothers, respect mine. I ain't gonna tech now. Bow, move from the gate now.
Cash rules everything around me. Green, get the money. Dollar, dollar bill, yo. Cash rules everything around me. Green, get the money. Dollar, dollar bill, yo.
It's been 22 long, hard years. I'm still struggling. Survival got me bugging, but I'm alive on arrival. I beat back the shape of the streets to stay awake to the ways of the world. Deep. A man with a dream with plans to make cream was fail. I went to jail at the age of 15, a young buck selling drugs and such who never had much, trying to get a clutch on what I could not touch. The court played me certain I face incarceration, pacing. No one upstate's my destination. Handcuffed in back of a bus, 40 of us. Life as a shorty shouldn't be so rough. But as the world turned, I learned life was hell. Living in the world no different from a cell. Every day I skate from Jake's, giving chase, selling bass, smoking bones in the staircase. Though I don't know why I chose to smoke cess. I guess that's the time when I'm not depressed, but I'm still depressed. And I ask, what's your work? Ready to give up, so I seek the old earth. Who explain working hard may help you maintain. To learn to overcome the heartaches and pain. You got stick up kids, corrupt cops and crack rocks and spray shots. All in a block that stays hot. Leave it up to me while I be living proof. To kick the truth to the young black youth. When shorties running wild, smoking cess, drinking beer. And ain't trying to hear what I'm kicking in his ear. Neglected for now, but yo, it got to be accepted. That what? The life is hectic.
Cash rules everything around me. Green, get the money. Dollar, dollar bill, yo. Cash rules everything around me. Green, get the money. Dollar, dollar bill, yo. Cash rules everything around me. Green, get the money. Dollar, dollar bill, yo. Cash rules everything around me. Green, get the money. Dollar, dollar bill, yo. Dollar, dollar bill, yo. Cash rules everything around me. Cream, get the money. Dollar, dollar bill, yo. Yeah.
When the MCs came to live out their names and to perform, some had to snort cocaine to act insane. With the 4 feet rocking on down on the mental plane, the spark the brain with the building to be born. Up to the track, the what you got, sick of it, state niggas get flipped and mic fights. I swing swords and cut clowns. Shit is too swift to bite, you record and write it down. I blow like the blood on a murder scene, like a syringe on some loud out shit to insert a vein. But it was your walk, the shop, stolen art, catch a swollen heart from not rolling smart. I put bad pressure on phony whack rhymes and get hurt. Sits plate like zodiac signs, a sweatshirt. That's minimum, and feminine like sandals. My minimum table stacks the verse on a gamble. Energy is felt once the cards are dealt. With the impact of roundhouse kicks from black belts that attack. Them white bones like cyclones or typhoons. I represent from midnight to high noon. I don't waste ink, nigga. I think I drop megaton bombs more faster than you blink. Cause rhyme thoughts travel at a tremendous speed through clouds of smoke of natural blends of weed. Only under one circumstance, as if I'm blunted, turn that shit up. My clan in the front wanted. Now when the MCs came to live out the name and to perform, some had to snort cocaine to the act insane. For me rocking on down on with the mental
mental plane just to spark the brain. With the building to be born, yo, the RZA flip the track with the what? I'm on a mission that niggas say is impossible, but when I swing my swords, they all choppable. I be the body dropper, the heartbeat stopper, child educator plus head infiltrator, cause niggas styles are old like Mark 5 sneakers. Lyrics are weak like clock radio speakers. Don't even stop at my station and attack while you're playing bell with the rep like Amtrak. What the fuck for? Down my law, make law. I be justice. I sentence that ass 2 to 4. Ram the clocks, that state pen time, check it. But the pens I'll be sticking with, you can't state the crime. Came through with the woo, slid off on the DL. I'm low key like seashells, I rock these bells. Now come aboard, it's Medina bound into the chamber, and it's a whole different sound. It's a wide entrance, small exit like a funnel. So deep it's picked up on radios and tunnels. Niggas are fascinated how the shit begin. Get vaccinated, my logo is branded in your skin. When the MCs came to live out the names, and to perform, some had to snort cocaine just to act the same. Before he rocked it on, now on with the mental plane, just to spark the brain. With the building to be born, yo, RZA for the track. What the fuck is it the phone?
Chicks, no chicks, baby. Chicks, y'all. Fly wonderful. Yeah, y'all.
Another wake up show classic.
Good shit, nigga. Keep your eyes open and your wallet in your front pocket. Prison chef goes and nine the profit.
Show some cats how to rhyme.
Prison chef goes and nine the profit.
It's only like 5% out of 100. Do it to us, baby.
Through the lights, cameras in action, glamour, glitters and gold. I unfold the scroll, plan sees the stampede, the glow when I'm deceased. But in the beast, arise like yeast to conquer peace, leaving savages to roam in the streets, live on the run. Police paying me to give him my gun, trick my wisdom with the system that imprisoned my son. Smoke a gold leaf, a whole heat. Nonchalantly, I'm graunchy, but things I do is real, it never haunts me. Wow, funny style niggas rolling a pal, rooster heads profiling a buster Rikers out, holding weed inside they pussy with they minds on the pretty things in life. Props is a true thug's wife, it's like a cycle. Niggas come home, summer go in, do a bullet, come back, do the same shit again. From the womb to the tomb, presume the unpredictable. Guns salute life rapidly, that's the ritual.
Perhaps bullets bust, niggas discuss mad money, true lies, and white guys. We can see you through the eyes, catch the most on tape. Kilos disintegrate, Pyrex spots, we break fiends, licking plates. In the building, niggas building like little children staring. Them older niggas ain't caring. Sirens circling, fiends are lurking in your baggage. Oh, one's gone now. What? Smack him in his cabbage in the woodwork. Crack sales, bubble like Woolworths in the projects. Richest niggas rocking all the real work. Police questioning, rooftop cats investing in, trading in they Lexuses. GS is sending messages. 2 and 2 makes 4. Crystals crazily poor. Gun wars, my crew feel them like swords.
With the green levers, 100-pound snakes and cakes. Fiends found the lakes, jealousy jakes. We shake what I strive for is what I live for. Infatuated by material things, and it's wildlife for war life. Somewhere over the rainbow, I see a big pot of gold. Future stacks, so I hold thousands of cracks bagged up inside the shoebox. Don't keep Jack in my lap, don't wanna see Tupac. Got 2 spots, a new lock, flooded with rocks. Shootouts making me hot, cooking cops bad, Tony in the ball drop. And then now, I'm banging niggas for slot time. Hurry up, Duke, I'm next show line. And what the fuck is you looking at? By the way, young blood, hit me off with that Green Bay hat. Watch the back inside the hall, new niggas slide through like doors, yo. They're staring in the mess on your adrenaline run. Cigarette niggas be swindling, new jack surrendering, come home not remembering. Made bail with different size kicks on, a white dress shirt, looking gay in the yard, and you got hurt. Flashbacks for the day room, mop ringing style. Your faggot ass got bashed, trying to turn it down. You told your boo you was wildin'. Once you heard woo, added a blue, your family's from Shaolin. High class cooks, throw on vests out of phone books. Infirmary niggas are screaming, I got jokes. Sharpen toothbrushes, 190 mixed with baby oil and shit. Your man's in the kitchen stashing ice picks, while I'ma end this with a big red cherry on top. Me, Nas, and Ray got the best product on the block.
My whole team is eating off of this
throw your hands
shit.
up,
Good
cock
shit,
back
nigga.
the
Next
Mac,
time, no
say
no
whatever
shit.
y'all
Keep
wine
your eyes
style,
open and
exotic
your wallet
flip,
in your
fly
front pocket.
shit.
RZA ghost,
Floating
chef,
on
and
the
9 niggas in the profit.
There's a couple of things in it that I'm really excited for the audience to see. You know, especially, you know, not to blow no spoiler alerts, But there's this thing that happens in episode 3 where my brother Devon, played by Elijah, right? He did, first of all, the actor did a great job, but to see what happens when a guy from the hood picks up a contract. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. What's going to happen to his brain? What's going to happen to him trying to understand? How's he going to navigate through business? And it's a very interesting look at that. And I'm very interested to see how the audience respond and to see how young people today, because now hip-hop is a lot of independent, a lot of rappers, they start on their own. Maybe they start with YouTube or SoundCloud or something like that, and they start their own labels. And then eventually they grow big enough that they gotta, combine with a corporation in order to get that full exposure. Yeah. And even if you look at Chance the Rapper, who did it without corporation, he still gotta navigate business. How do you get your money? How do you take your work and publish it, and all these things that gotta happen? And there's not a lot of examples of that really in the past or the present. And I think this season, you will see young minds going through that. And I think it's going to be, I'm hoping it's going to enlighten some people, but I'm very interested to see how the audience responds to that.
Me too, brother. Me too, man. You're breaking it down. RZA, give me 2 songs from 36 Chambers that we could play right now that was your, I guess, 2 of your favorites, man, from that album. When y'all perform it, it still takes you back. Maybe the sleepers. I don't know. Which one was your 2 favorite joints off that record? Let's play it.
Well, let me give you Bring the Ruckus. Let's play that one.
Okay.
Right? And the reason why, because it just was a unique creation. And we'll start with that. It's the first song off the 36 Chambers album. And if you want to have some fun...
now, why Bring the Ruckus? Like, give me a little backstory on the making of Bring the Ruckus, I guess.
Well, look, Bring the Ruckus was a song that at first it was going to be made with some samples and some I think it was a famous blues sample that I was trying to chop up, right?
Right.
But then I removed the samples, right? And I just played filtered noises and weird sounds. And there's even one part in the song, right, at the end where it sounds like a horn break. Then it goes doo 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 doo. That was really a CD player was skipping, and it sounded crazy to me. And so I said, "Yo, I'm sampling that," and it took like 20 minutes to set up and everything, and it just kept skipping. I just sampled that, and I slowed it down, and it became horns for me.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And the cool thing about it is that, the creativity of making that song I was actually trying to tell a story within the song itself. So you'll notice that Bring the Ruckus is not just a loop. It continues to go one level to another level, and weird sounds keep coming in, and it builds up almost as if, Pink Floyd did it or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's one of my favorites. And so, you can play that for the crew out there in the world listening. And on the second song, man, you know what? Let's give them something that we don't hear a lot. Let's give them Clan in the front. RZA being the head of WuTang, right? What I mean by the head is he was the first one to get a record deal. He taught me how to MC. He's the one that took me to the block parties. I was too young and I got my ass whipped when I went back in the crib, but I'll go, he'll come get me the next time, I'll go again. We used to travel to the Bronx together, young kids riding the trains, writing our name in the seats, getting up to the Bronx and going to Soundview projects and hearing hip-hop in its purest form. And that's when you couldn't even get it on a record. So he has a song on the album called Clan in the Front. The RZA and Method Man is the only 2 ones on the first album that had solo songs, which was pretty unique because Meth to me had the most unique flow and swagger, and to be quite frank, we all felt that RZA was the best lyricist in the team at that time.
Okay, let's get into those joints. World famous Wake Up Show, the one and only RZA on the phone right now.
Do you think your Wu-Tang sword can defeat me?
On guard. I'll let you
try my WuTang style.
Bring the motherfucking ruckus. Bring the motherfucking ruckus. Bring the motherfucking ruckus. Bring the motherfucking ruckus.
Ghost face, catch the blast of a hype verse. My Glock burst, leaving a hearse. I did worse. I come rough, tough like an elephant tusk. Your head rush, fly like Egyptian musk. Aw shit, WuTang Clan sparked the Wixen. However, I mastered a trick just like Nixon, causing terror, quick damage your whole era. Hard rocks is locked the fuck up. I found shot, the yellow style, hazardous, cause I wreck this dangerous. I blow spots like Waco, Texas.
I watch my back like I'm locked down. Hardcore hitting sound, watch me act bulk and tear down. A literate type asshole. Songs going gold, no doubt. And you watch your corny nigga foe. Yeah, they faking all that. Carrying gats, but your mind plan rolling like 40 max. Now you're acting convinced, I guess it makes sense. WuTang, yo, so represent. I wait for one to act up. Now I got him backed up. Gun to his neck now. React what? And that's one in the chamber. WuTang banger. 36 styles of danger.
Bring the motherfucking ruckus. 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 Bring the motherfucking ruckus.
I rip it hardcore like porno flick bitches. I roll with groups of ghetto bastards with biscuits. Check it, my method on the microphone's banging. WuTang slang, I leave your headpiece hanging. Bust this, I'm kicking like Seagal out with justice. The roughness, just the rudeness. Ruckus, rap rum, I verbally assault with the tongue. Murder one, my style shocks you not like a stun gun. I'm hectic, I wreck it with the quickness. Set it on the microphone, the competition get blown. While this nasty ass nigga with my nigga, the RZA, charged like a bull and got pulled like a trigger. So bad, stabbing up the pad with the vocab crabs. I scream on your ass like your dad, bring it all.
Bring the motherfucking ruckus. Bring the motherfucking ruckus. Bring the motherfucking ruckus. Bring the motherfucking ruckus.
Yo, I'm more rugged than slave man boots, new recruits. I'm fucking up MC troops. I break loose and trample shit while I stomp. I'm unholing that ass cause I'm straight out the swamp. Creeping up on sight, now it's fight night. My WuTang slang is mad fucking dangerous and more deadly than the stroke of an axe. Chopping through your back, giving bystanders heart attacks. Niggas try to flick, tell me who wins them. I blow up this fucking prism, make it a vicious act of terrorism. You wanna bring it, so fuck it. Come on and bring the rockets, then I'll provoke niggas to kick buckets. I'm wet and cream, I ain't wet and fame. Who's selling game? I'm giving out a deadly game. It's not the Russian, it's the WuTang crushing. Roulette, slip up, you get fucked like Suzette. Bring the fucking rockets.
Bring the motherfucking ruckus. Bring the motherfucking ruckus.
On guard. I'll let you try my WuTang style.
So bring it on. 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 So bring it on, nigga.
Clan in the front, let your feet stomp. Niggas on the left, rag shit to death. Hoods on the right, wild for the night. Punks in the back, come on in the track too. The who is coming through, the outcome is critical. Fucking with my style, sorta like a miracle. On 34th Street, in the square of Harold, I gained Ella. The bitch caught a fits like Gerald. Dean Ferraro was full of sorrow, cause the hoe didn't win. But the sun will still come out tomorrow and shine, shine, shine like 09. Here comes the drunk monk with a quarter Valentine. Pass the bone, kid, pass the bone. Let's get on this mission like Indiana Jones. The Jizza, one who just represent the WuTang clique with the game and soul of an old school flick like the Mac and Dolomite, who both did this. Claudine went to Cooley and had mad kids, so stop. The life you say may be your motherfucking own. I'll hang your ass with this microphone. Make way for the merging traffic. WuTang's coming through with full metal jackets. Guard squad that's mad hard to serve. Confronting hard, then burn hard gets what he deserved. Playing in the front, let your feet stomp. Niggas on the left, rag shit to death. Hoods on the right, wild for the night. Punks in the back,
the track to what? The response while I bomb that ass. You ain't shit. Your whack ass town had your gas. Ego to something the WuTang crush. Souped up niggas on the stage get rushed. I don't give a goddamn on the shows you did. How many rhymes you got or who knows you, kid? Cause I don't know you, therefore show me what you know. I come sharp as a blade and I cut you slow. You become so pat as my style increases. What's that in your pants? Human thesis. Throw your shitty drawers in a hamper. Next time come strapped with a fucking pamper. How your sound be? You better off a quitter. I'm on the mound, G, and it's a no-hitter. And my DJ, the catcher, he's my man. In the way he's the one who devised the plan. He throws the signs and hook up the beat for clout. I throw the rhymes through the mic and I strike them out. So it really doesn't matter on how you intrigue. You can't fuck with those in the major league. Land in the front, let your feet stomp. Fingers on the left, rag shit to death. Woods on the right, wild for the night. Punks in the back, come on in the track to land in the front, let your feet stomp. Fingers on the left, rag shit to death. Woods on the right, wild for the night. Punks in the back, come on in the track to Woods on the right, punks in the back to what? Niggas on the left, hoods on the right, punks in the back, come back to what? Let your feet stomp, brag shit to death, wild for the night. Niggas on the left, rag shit to death. Hoods on the right, wild for the night. Punks in the back, come on in the track to one hand in the front. Let your feet stomp.
Yo, that West Coast, East Coast, this shit been dead. You know what I'm saying? This from the Dirt Dog. You know what I'm saying? Word is bond. Y'all motherfuckers know I keep it real. One love, my nigga.
It's the world famous Wake Up Show.
Hey yo, this your boy Bush Rhymes live and direct. You listening to the world famous Wake Up Show with Sway, King Tech, and DJ Revolution. We talking about you can't put a timeline on greatness with your bitch ass. Godfathers is in this bitch. Bow down, nigga. Put your right hand to your forehead. Salute them 7-star generals. Have manners and respect, nigga. But we discipline you and learn you some things. Wake Up Show. Easy.
Yo, we are back with the one and only legendary, my friend. One of the few people I actually call my friend, man. I only call about 10 people in the world, man. This is one of the numbers I got on speed dial. Whenever I got a hip-hop question about New York, Staten Island back in the day, man, I call one man for the answers. This is the man right here, RZA. RZA, man, so let's be honest. How far was Staten Island from the league of hip-hop when it came to, New York believing that Staten Island had any talent on there back in the day? From 1 to 10, where was y'all ranked in the early 80s?
I mean, in the early 80s, Staten Island wasn't on the map like that. I mean, look, we had the Force MCs, right? And we got to give them some respect because the Force MCs, if you go back and check the, the old... Wait.
They were from Staten Island?
The Force MCs is from Staten Island, yo.
Wait a minute, man. They had huge hit records, bro, right?
Well, they ended up coming out singing songs like Tender Love, Tears.
Oh, my God, man. Yeah.
Yeah. But they was also, back when you think about Cold Crush Brothers, the Fantastic Five, Funky 4 Plus One More, Busy Bee, Starsky, Love Bug, right? They had all these tapes that would be recorded up in Harlem World or at the Fever, and these tapes would circulate through the streets of New York. And the Force MCs was on those tapes. You know what I mean? So right. DJ Dr. Rock and the Force MCs, they definitely had swagger, and they actually had other famous hip-hoppers come to Staten Island. But that was in the early phase of hip-hop. So let's say that's like 81, 82, 83.
Right.
Then when hip-hop became coming on records, the Force MCs, they made singing songs. So then there was no hip-hop representation for Staten Island. So you look at Long Island, we got EPMD, Rakim, Public Enemy.
Right.
You know what I mean? Brooklyn, of course, slays of them, but you go from Kane.
Right.
I mean, it's too many in Brooklyn, the name, right?
Yeah.
Bronx is the foundation of it. You know what I mean? Right. Always somebody coming through from the Bronx, right?
Right.
And nobody made it famous from Staten Island. And there was a song that even came out in the mid-'80s by a crew called Divine Force out of Bed-Stuy. They was like, yo, Staten Island soft and smiling. You know what I mean?
Damn.
And yo, we took that pretty hard. You know what I mean?
Right.
You know what I mean? And so it became the forgotten borough. You know, the Force MCs, they went on to become singers.
Right.
And then there was really no strong force coming out of Staten Island. It was almost, people didn't think it existed. But one thing I can say, Tech, is that sometimes when you're on an island and you isolate it, you get to grow to be a giant. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
That's why I love King Kong, Godzilla movies, because they be on those islands. By the time man see them, they ready to turn the whole world up. You know what I mean?
So who was the first after the Force MCs, man? Who was the first person or crew or whatever to blow up?
Sorry about that. I know what you mean. One of the first crews to get a record is the UMCs. The
my
UMCs
God, Blue Cheese.
As well.
Yeah.
They had Blue Cheese and
what's the other one?
Get out, right? Get out,
I don't love you. Get out. Yeah, they
Blue
were huge.
Cheese, and they had two songs. But and Haas was right from Stapleton Projects. He was a buddy of mine, and Kim went to school with me. We used to be in classes together.
So when you heard
cool.
their records blowing up, did that kind of inspire you to keep going, or what was happening for you at that time? Because man, KMEL was playing those records in the Bay Area. Like, you know, Sway and I was behind any dope hip hop that came out. We didn't care where it was from. We didn't know about the whole Staten Island thing, this and that. We were just like, this shit is dope. We playing it. You know what I mean? What did that mean for you?
We all supported that. I think I may have had Prince Rakeem at the same time. So me and Haas and Kim and us, and Ghost, we was all Stapleton dudes.
Okay.
And so we were supporting that, but they had a song that took off, and the producer of the song, RNS, was actually at the time, you know, the dopest producer on Staten Island, to be honest. You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
He was the dope, and I had the SP 1200. He had the EPS.
Mm-hmm.
What happened though, Tech? The SP 1200 was like the holy grail. Everybody had to have it, right?
Right.
When he heard I had the SP 1200, he asked me, could we switch?
What?
He said, yo, I'm going down South Force for the summer, and his keyboard was too big. He was like, yo, let me switch the SP 1200 and give you the EPS. And I said, yes.
Why?
Well, I said yes because the EPS samples for 17 seconds, and you can use it all on. You don't have to, you know, like the SP 1200 was 2.5 seconds is the most you're going to get on a pad.
So and four of them, four pad, 10 seconds total.
10 seconds total, but you only can use 2.5 seconds
per pad
at one time, no matter what. You couldn't fit 5 seconds on a pad.
Right.
Okay, so that was not the way. That was hindering me. When I got the EPS, and also I didn't realize that, see, the SP 1200 is more of a drum machine style of producing, which is hip hop.
Right.
But I'm more of a keyboard style producer. I wanna play the notes, so I want to sample something like boom. And I know the SP 1200 you could tune it down by moving the fader, but with the EPS, no, you just tune it down by going down keys.
Right, like a piano,
like a piano,
yeah,
right? So when I had that in my hand, that's when it was over. That's when my whole creative energy came in. So now I could just take a sound like a bing bing, slow it down and be bing ding bing ding bing ding bing ding bing ding. Very different than what you could do with the SP 1200, which was more like drum and rhythm of it.
Gotcha.
So now it become more like phrases, and that's when you hear Chessbox. Chessboxing is an EPS production, and you hear me putting a down, boom. You hear the bass line, everything. Right. I could play all of it now. I didn't have to sweat the sampling of just trying to find the bass line and loop it and all that. You actually can play it. So that changed the game in all reality. Then he came back and he took it back, and I took the SP 1200 back. But EPS came out maybe a year later with the 16 plus.
Right.
So me and Ghost, we chipped in and got that one. And then, you listen to the songs like Method Man and things like that. That's on the 16 plus. And then they came with the ASR. And when they came with that, the rest is history.
Man, let's play a couple of joints off that album right now, man. So, chess boxing you brought up right now, right? Let's just play that one. World famous Wake Up Show, the one and only Resurrector. Rev, let's do this, man.
Tone style is immensely strong and immune to nearly any weapon. When it's properly used, it's almost invincible.
Raw, I'ma give it to you with no trivia. Roll like cocaine straight from Bolivia. My hip hop will rock and shock the nation like the Emancipation Proclamation. Weak MCs approach with slang that's dead. Them eyes are running to the wall and bang your head. I push a force, my force you're doubting. I'm making devils cower to the Caucasus Mountain.
Well, I'm Messiah. I set the microphone on fire. Rap styles vary and carry like Mariah. I come from the Shaolin slum, and the alley I'm from is coming through with enough niggas, enough guns. So if you wanna come sweating, stressing, contesting, you got your soft swords at the midsection. Don't talk the talk if you can't walk the walk. Phony niggas are outlined the chalk. I'm mad vexed, is what the projects made me. Rebel to the grain, there's no way to barricade me. Steamrolling niggas like an 18-wheeler, what the drunk driver driving. There's no surviving.
Rough like Timberland, where? Yeah, me and the clan and yo, the Land Cruisers out there. Peace to all the crooks, all the niggas with bad looks. Bald head braids, blows his hook. We pack home text, nigga play the max. Black axe, drug dealing styles with fat stacks. Only been a good nigga for a minute though, cause I got to get my props and win it. Yo, I got beef with commercial ass niggas with gold teeth, camping in a Lexus seat and beef. Straight up and down, don't even bother. I got 40 niggas up in here now who kill niggas for me.
My peoples, are you with me where you at? In the front, in the back, killer bees on attack. My peoples, are you with me where you at? Smoking meth, hitting cats on the block with the gap.
Here I go, deep tight flow. Jack you stole can never get this low. I'm Terry Bomb and shit. Boom, that's warming up a little bit. Rapping in is what's happening. Keep the pockets stacking in, hands clapping in. At the party when I move my body. Gotta get up and be somebody. Grab the microphone, put strength to the bone. Dan, 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 into the WuTang zone. Going up when I rock that stuff up, up. I'm gonna catch up, rough. Kicking rhymes like Jim Kelly or Alex Kelly. I'm a beat a belly rhymes. Coming raw style, hardcore. Niggas be coming to the hip hop store. Coming to buy grocery from me. Turn out to be a hip hop MC. The law, in order to enter the WuTang, you must bring the whole dirty bastard type slang. Represent the RZA, Abbott, RZA, Shaquan, inspect the deck. Dirty hoe getting low with his flow. Introduced in the ghost face killer. No one can get it out.
My peoples, are you with me where you at? In the front, in the back, killer bees on attack. My peoples, are you with me where you at? Smoking meth, hitting cats on the block with the gap.
Speaking of the devil's sight, know it's the God, get your shit right. Mega trife, and yo, I killed you in a past life. On the mic while you was kicking that fast shit. You and Nick tried to get it, got blasted. Half-mastered ass style, mad rough chast. When I struck, I had on Tim's in the black mask. Remember that shit? I know you don't remember Jack. That night, yo, I was sitting like a spiked bat. And then you thought I was bugged out and crazy. Strapped for nonsense, after me became lazy. Yo, nobody budged while I shot slugs. Never shot ducks, I'm running with ducks that flood bucks. So grab your 8+1, start flipping and tripping. Niggas is jetting, I'm licking off, son.
WuTang, 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 WuTang.
Homicide's illegal and death is a penalty. One justifies the homicide when he dies in his own iniquity. It's the master of the mantis rapture coming at ya. We have an APB on an MC killer. Looks like the work of a master. Evidence indicates that it's stature. Merciless like a terrorist, hard to capture the flow. Changes like a chameleon, plays like a friend and stabs you like a dagger. This technique attacks the immune system, disguised like a lie, paralyzing the victim. You scream as it enters your bloodstream, erupts your brain from the pain these thoughts contain. Moving on a nigga with the speed of a centipede and injure any motherfucking contender.
My peoples, are you with me where you at? In the front, in the back, killer bees on attack. My peoples, are you with me where you at? Smoking meth, hitting cats on the block with the gap.
Immune to nearly any weapon. When it's properly used, it's almost invincible.
Yo, this is Rakim, the microphone fame, man, with another Wake Up Show classic, baby.
Shade 45.
Shade 45.
Shade 45. I came to bring the pain, hardcore from the brain. Let's go inside my astral plane, find out my mental, face
based on instrumental records. Hey, so I can write monumental methods. I'm not the king, but niggas is decaf. I stick 'em for the cream. Check it, just how deep can shit get? Deep as the abyss, and brothers is mad fish, accept it. In your cross color, clothes you crossed over. Think I totally crossed out and crisscrossed. Who the boss? Niggas get tossed to the side, and I'm the dark side of the force. Of course, it's the method. Man from the WuTang clan, I be hectic and coming for the headpiece. Protect it, fuck it, 2 tears in a bucket. Niggas want the ruckus, bustin' at me, bro. Now bust it. Styles like it's buck wow. Method man on some shit, pulling niggas fouls. I'm sick, insane, crazy, driving Miss Daisy out of fucking mind. Never got mine, I'm swayed. Is it real, son? Is it really real, son? Let me know it's real, son. If it's really real, something I can feel, son. Load it up and kill one. On the raw deal, son. If it's really real, I'll fuck it.
Hey, this is Michael B. Jordan. You're listening to the world famous Wake Up Show with Sway, King Tech, and DJ Revolution.
Word up, Wu-Tang, we gonna do this for y'all up in here real quick. Word up, that's my word, you know what I mean? Got my man Muggs in effect, right by my side, you know what I'm saying? It's my people right there. Word up, big up Big Prince. Yeah.
Yeah, dog, you blessed that right there.
From the lost and found villages, the rap Jesus Christ. Pinned upon the record, Mike nailed inside my right. That's who I, the vessel, chosen the rap slogan. Walk about the throne, black royalty be voguing. For outcome ever when words are put together. Dug deep inside your mind like New Donna did the treasure. The map of Staten Island, X marks the Park Hill. Bone you with the skill, dawn of business before pleasure. Niggas out for dawning, then they wig gotta be measured. For guillotine, routine, you heard and never seen. Bloody mass murder, situation unclean. When I blindfold the rhythm, duct tape around the microphone. Ways are getting pushed back, heads are getting flown. Screams and yells, niggas is thirsty for acapellas. I meditate, coordination sparkle like a jewel when I show articulation. The format of rap status, man, show articulation. Down before the street and I ain't got no invitation to a Wu-Tang concert, Killer Bee cookout. All praises due when I take my rap book out. I'm representing for all my Gambino niggas.
Yo, detonate that. Detonate that. Pussy mass and gill rap claims that the kid's nice. Snatch collars off, wild riding off. Float boat, big boys, Oakland A's, stashed away blades. Ventilation let the sharks animates. Something shice like 7 butcher knives. Rolling Rover style twice. Finger itchy like lice. Hair fell out, something to conquer. Stomp you like that cat Blanca. Toy Tonka truck, 10 carat on your monster. Ring rocky like slit. Water ride.
Yo, check it. Yo, hey yo, we swindle, make moves, PJ out the window, Flamingo, Santo Domingo, let's lingo. Bruce Wayne thinking graveyard rocks are swinging, multi-million, rap pavilion, staging, dull nights, Mary Jane bitches, Bud Light, cold production, right, spoke to Christ, shoes were like, statue heads all up in my lab like mad, empty bags a line in the yard, welfare, dead weight, yo, cable to clamp around the neck, secrets, fast Corvettes, checks, I'm a vet, sabotage, rap motor large, Mickey quarter charge, credit card scam, when he climb, rock the Wu scarf, yeah, televise the shit on Fox, big ghost to grab the, unfasten your box, you're allergic to the fungus on earth, Killer Bee, headquarters is worth, Gaddafi body in his turf, yo, shame on all y'all brothers on some Baywatch, sounding like me, sucking my pretty tone, nickname the great Tony Atlas. No, come at this.
Everybody place your tapes in the deck so you can record the wake up show where Sway and Tech be catching crazy wrecks.
Sway and Tech, wake up show, tag it in the alley.
Wake up like the radio show Revolution, King Tech is Sway.
Yo, this DJ King Tech.
Yo, I go by the name of Swiggity, aka Swayze, aka Sway. What's my name, man? What's my name? Say my name, man.
Listen, man. And together with DJ Revolution and Skyhook, we make the world famous Wake Up Show. You know what I'm talking about, baby?
Yo, check this out. 2 hours, uncensored, raw, hip-hop, unadulterated, unfiltered, everything.
Monday nights, 10 o'clock Eastern, 7 Pacific, exclusively.
Shade 405. It's unreal. It's unbelievable. It's unimaginable.
And now, Rebel Lioness, Sway and Tech.
And in his karate matches, he scored 7
go!
Turn the sound up, round up for Sway and Tech. They make you sweat since 8 tracks and tape cassettes. Play with deck, heads bang till I break the neck. Y'all leaning, y'all ain't even washed your faces yet. Stay fresh like I'm vacuum sealed. Sway and Tech, yeah, they back for real. Yeah, that's the deal. I splash with the mass appeal. You got a pulse, then you have to feel the wake up show. It's all baby. It's all baby. It's all baby. It's all baby.
A body any beat you play, keep away. The DJ Revolution Needle stayed working when he was Sway. He cut the music with so much class. Of 85 opponents won't last. King of the decks with Sway and Tech, Shay and Deck reps. All face 7L. We breaking neck. Wake up show repping well. Okay, I'm a menace to the city. I'm a chemist in the lab. I'm regenerating limbs. I'm straight out the sewer. I'm the lizard breaking in a pair of Tim's. Stomping rappers to the music revolution spins. It's the laced up flow. It's all face, put it down for the wake up show. Yeah.
1-2-1-2 world famous wake up show. I got my homie Resurrector on the phone, man. So let's go back to the show a little bit.
It's 10 episodes this season as well. A great cast. You know, great team of people, and you know, not to blow smoke, Tech, but you know, you coming in as music supervisor and helping on the course of this thing is so highly appreciated.
Thank you, brother. Thank you.
You know, we deal in Hollywood with a lot of smart people, a lot of great talent, but a lot of them didn't live hip hop and didn't know hip hop. And without somebody like you there to help navigate and explain and bring your technical skills to it, the show wouldn't be what it is. So I just want to take a moment to thank you on that. I don't know if the fans know that's what you be. This is a heat. King Tech has a day job, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, he has a day job, and he's great at it. All right, so bong.
Thank you, man. Thank you. Yeah, RZA got me at 9 to 5. I feel like that scene in Scarface where they're like, "Hey Tony, what you want to do with Tech? Hey Tech, you want a job?" Yeah, my hands are shaking in the room. Yeah. What time, RZA? Yeah, be there at 5, man. All right, man. Thank you, man. My hands shaking. It's like he just shot everybody in the room. You know what, though? I do want to talk about, so I don't know if you heard this thing that was on Instagram or whatever was going around. People was kind of making, I don't want to say making fun of the old crew, or the old, they call them, I don't know if they call them flunkies or side crews or whatever it was. It kind of bothered me a little bit when I watched it. And I was like, man.
What was it?
I don't know, man. It's like they were having this thing on the Drink Champs where they were talking to Mickey Fax, man. And some of the older crews' names came up. And they kind of made a little joke about it here and there, man, about all of these crews that came out like through WuTang, through the side of, you know, I don't know if you signed. I want to just go through some of these names and you tell me, like, when the WuTang Clan blew up, Shaheem the Rugged Child, Sons of Man, Killer Army.
Okay, hold on, slow down. Shaheem the Rugged Child actually had a record out before WuTang Clan, and Shaheem was one of the youngest people in history of hip hop to get a record deal. He got a record deal with Virgin. He had a song. He actually pioneered a lot of the young minds who was striving to get on. So Shaheem, you know, he ended up, you know, going through the system and, you know, getting locked up and all that. But no, Shaheem was a dope MC, and if anything, people should respect Shaheem the same way you respect Lord Finesse. You know what I mean? Because he was 13, 14 years old with a record, a video, and and people was on his dick.
Right. He was nice. I remember y'all brought him to KMEL. He was busting, and we was looking at him like, this dude is nice.
Look, Shaheem's on the song with Jay-Z, Daddy Kane, and ODB, yo. I mean, I'm just saying, don't. You know, so anyway, Shaheem, then who else you said? Sons of Man?
No, but I guess what I was asking is, you put out, the question is, all these crews that started coming out, now me getting to know you in the early 90s myself, I knew that you had to have a hand in all these things coming out, but the regular public didn't know if these were Wu-Tang members, not members. Were they just profiting off your name? Were you affiliated with these guys?
Right, so let's go through the names and I'll tell you. Sons of Man, that's family as well. Sons of Man, one of the members of the Sons of Man is my cousin, 60-Second Assassin. And once again, you heard Jay-Z yell out 60-Second Assassin because 60-Second was a dope MC from Brooklyn. Okay?
Right.
Prodigal Son, Killer Priest.
Right. Killer Priest was nice, bro.
Killer Priest was part of Sons of Men.
Yeah.
And they had they got a gold record. They got a record. They went out. They made a gold record. So whoever going gold is not an easy task.
Right.
Some of your favorite rappers never made it gold. All right. So they had a gold record. And Sons of Men, we got to give them respect because they also helped pioneer a lot of 90s hip hop vocabulary, styles, all that. You know what I mean? I never forget when I came to LA, my man Sam Snead was like, yo, Prodigal Son. That boy is crazy.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So anyway.
But these are all through you, right? Like, in other words, you knew this was happening, or did you stamp these?
Sons of Man was signed to WuTang Records.
Okay. Right.
So, you know, they didn't make a gold album, but they definitely sold about 300,000-400,000 copies. Very profitable. It was Ninth Prince, Chilla Sin, Don Pacino, and Shogun the Assassin. Yeah, they were signed to my label. They was representing.
Dope, man. So I'm gonna go through these. So Killer Army, you explained. Ninth Prince, you explained. Law the Dark Man, Royal Fam, and Wu Syndicate.
Okay, Law the Dark Man was connected to my brother Tyrese, right? So I think Law came from Sacramento, but Law was kind of more rolling with Raekwon's team. You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
But he was signed to Wu-Tang Production as well.
Royal Fam and Wu Syndicate.
Okay, Royal Fam out of Brooklyn. So Royal Fam is an interesting story. That's Timbo King. So Timbo King is an MC. Timbo King and Dreddy Kruger. So Dreddy was Jizza's team. I signed Royal Fam to Wu-Tang Records as well. Timbo King was actually a battle MC master. Used to go through New York eating MCs up. All right, ate up a lot of MCs. He didn't eat me up. I ate him up. All right, and we became friends. But I ate his ass up. But I seen him battle so many MCs and body them. You know what I mean? And so when Wu-Tang got on, he had a dope demo called, he had a demo where he was using all the vernacular from, like, ass cap, I put a cap in your ass. Like,
right, I got you. Got you, flipped
this song. It was kind of crazy.
Right.
And, but he never really, that particular group, they appeared on our Swarm, but they never really got a chance to blow. But he was officially signed to Wu-Tang. And then Wu Syndicate out of Virginia, Joe Mafia and Maya Lansky. They came in through my cousin Daddy-O. So you notice on the first album, we had a lot of family down in Virginia. You know, a lot of street homies. We had our first Wu Wear store, or our second or third Wu Wear store was right in Virginia. And these young brothers came out of there. So they was brought to me from Papa Ron and my cousin Daddy-O. Personally, I thought they was dope. I thought they had a big future.
Right.
I think what happened with them is they got kind of caught up in the web before they got a chance to shine. You know what I mean? Sometimes that happens. You know, you get a record deal and you kind of get up there too fast before you even get what you're supposed to get. But they was officially signed to Wu-Tang Records too, yo. So
yeah, man. I mean, it seemed like you made it, RZA, and you were willing to help the guys that were asking for help, is what it seemed like. Because I've known you for years, man, and I know that you travel the world too, man. And we were talking about it one time. I was just thinking, man, you just make the Wu-Tang worldwide at this point, bro, because I'm sure every country you go to, people hand you demos, and some of these cats got to be. Now, I remember you told me a story. You were in Australia, and everywhere you went, you were like, man, there was some nice dudes out there, man. So going back in time, like now, more people, Yellow Jackets, Black Knights, American Cream Team, Brooklyn Zoo, CCF Division. I mean, dude, I'm looking at this list of. I just went through my record collection because when I saw this on IG, when it kind of was like they don't know the story and they're kind of making fun of it in a sense, I'm like, bro, y'all don't know what this man had to go through to put these dudes on.
You know what's so funny about it, Tech? Let me just say this real quick.
Yeah.
And, you know, people can make jokes because, you know, if you're talking about drink champs, they first of all they drinking and then we talking, right?
Yeah.
So,
I know. They're a little drunk. I know.
Look, Nori's my man. I love Nori. You know, him, Capone, their whole team out there. You know, the difference is like for us, right? When WuTang, before we got on, we were street dudes. You know what I mean? Going through the streets, dealing with it. You know, 7 out of 9 is got felonies. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I remember being younger before the felony days, being, you know, 13. We had PAL. You know, we had places that we could go to. Those places got removed. So when I got a chance to get on, I built studios. You know, there's a place in Brooklyn called Restoration where Sonny Carson and the whole powerful movement of black men who was trying to get the people off the streets, they had this place called Restoration. I built the studio there for them. I didn't tell everybody about it, but I just built that. Mm-hmm. And there, that's where Brooklyn Zoo, CCF, and other people was able to go, Sugar Bang, they was able to get off the streets.
Right.
And have a place to go and do their music. I built 2 more in Manhattan, another one on Staten Island, and yeah, we left the doors open. So I felt like, yo, if a dude could, make $1,500 or something just for writing a verse or something or whatever, that's going to give him a chance to try something different than being out there gang bang and doing crime. So I did the same thing when I came to LA.
Right.
I got a studio, and you know, Black Knights and North Star,
right,
and other brothers. Oh, it was like hip hop gave so much to me that I was also using it to give back. Right. You know what I mean? Now, of course, everybody's not going to be a star. You know, some of them brothers that I mentioned, some of them still ended up at the end of a bullet. You know what I mean?
Right.
But a lot didn't. So my goal was to strive to try to make a difference, and so, you know, it's not a joking matter. So whoever's making a joke on it should look at it in a different way. Look at it this way. Look how many families had another day to have a piece of bread on their table, lights on in their house because of WuTang and hip hop. That's the better way of looking at it, yo. And that's what we did. Because one thing about hip hop, people think hip hop has to be so selfish. You know what I mean? That's why a lot of rappers, they get their thing, they want to go buy their Benz and go do this and go do that. But instead of me going to buy luxurious things, I put a lot of money into building studios and leaving the door open for others to try it. Mm-hmm. So that's just what the Abbott's supposed to do. That's why they call me the Abbott. And that's what I did.
There it is, man. World famous Wake Up Show, man. Rev, play a couple of more joints, man. I'm going to come back with the one and only RZA breaking it down. I'm loving this, brother. I'm loving this, man. Hold on.
Word up, grab your dimes.
Crazy hectic out here, God. Ice Capone to the ground, to the front. Got the guards, you nations out.
Fuck the
blast that nigga hard.
So real like this.
Yo, it's burning season. The thugs is guilty of high treason. Many of them bleeding. Some getting sent to the grave for no reason. On the streets, niggas kill without a license. As guards build, we're so for real. Cause everything is real. Don't sleep on the average cat. He's back
nigga,
still.
I'm on the cash rolls, wasted in my hand. $500,000. Injured that pretender in the black land. Heard he be the crack man. Selling major jumps by the pages, son. He the one sporting crazy tools, links away your ton. So here's the plan, get the clock. I got the ooh-wop. Follow him for 2 blocks. And pop him if he do cock his gap back. Better snap his snap back for that black. Pass the stacks to fat cat and find out where the cracks at. Phone out, make sure you keep your phone out so I can reach your shit quick. Get his whip stripped and take my own route for safety. Mistakes be for hasty. Maybe Jake should chase me, but never have the space to embrace me. Your fool's game, all the booze chains. I never move the same, but who's to blame? My nigga Buddha came with the Ruger aim. Somebody scream, stop the balancer. This nigga had the silencer, spitting black talents and any challenge. Yo, it was a ghetto Vietnam. I tried to flee and harm me and hard. My nigga Buddha caught about 3 in the arm. With one travel to his abdomen, I grabbed him and embraced him. Had to see how bad his crab had laced him. Yo, rapidly bleeding, started bleeding for his life. Take care of my seed and my wife, make sure she's feeding him right. True indeed, black, I got your back, I hold it down. One real, may you rest in peace, son. I see you on the ground.
Yeah, it's burning season. Your thugs is guilty of high treason. Many of them bleeding, some getting sent to the grave for no reason. On the streets, niggas kill without a license. As guards build, it's all for real. Cause everything is real. Don't sleep on the average cat. He's back in the
Many times I fought the urge to resort to crime, but I find my criminal mind combined with the villain kind. I'm feeling nice till they overflow, going blow for blow with the rest. Cause them giant tests the best. It's a slugfest. Round one sounds wrong, I found one lurking in the back. Loud clap them with my pound, son. The shells drop. Old ladies hell for the cops. Shorty shots it, fell in the arms of his pops. I didn't mean to. Why he had to run in the way? Should've taught him how to duck when he heard a fucking gun spray. I say you're praying for the kid. Keep stepping with my weapon cock, wetting up the block. Every section hot. The gas flash out with my leaps and bounds. Now police and hounds making the browns cause they're chasing me down. I'm all alone in this war zone. My brain torn, I'm stressed, thinking I'm blessed. If I can make it home, scared to death. Can't catch my breath, a bare left. Hit the wheeze and then rest to calm my chest. But an undercover had discovered my plot and plan. I shot the man, so I dropped my Glock and ran. Get the fuck out the way! Move! Move! Get the fuck out the way!
KP, Priest, and Sheik. See, in these times we gotta take one step forward. Put one foot in front of the other. My brother, yo, check this out. Early daters related to the thrones of David, captured by some patriots and thrown on slave ships. They strip us naked, while the wise pick their favorite. Lives were wasted in the hands of the hated, driven from the God. Now we starving in the martyr in Sodom. They call it Harlem. Worldly problems got us at the bottom. The earth crisis had the righteous grabbing ice picks, seeking psychics for advices. I stay in ciphers. Our life is connected to the second son of Isaac, which had a tight grip on the heels of his brother, revealed to his mother. The elder should serve the younger. Words heard in thunder, hell from under rose and plague the glow with hunger. Now it's cold as summers, the soldier slumbers. Behold the number 600, 6 and 3 scores, the same as he saw who ate his meat raw. In the time before, they climb aboard a dinosaur. Information held behind the doors. We came from the atmosphere, the physical trapped us here. Then they gave us crack and beer in the back of the stairs. Please adapt your ears, add or subtract the years. Inform the unwise and watch the sun rise from sunset. None slept, one flesh, one breath, one step.
One flesh, one breath, one step. One flesh, one breath, one step. One flesh, one breath, one step. One flesh, one breath, one step. One flesh, one breath, one step. One flesh, one breath, one step. One flesh, one breath, one step. One flesh, one.
What we're gonna do right here is go back. Way back. Back to time.
Hey yo, Eminem's Shade 45.
You already know what it is.
The hype is real.
Nowadays you got to walk the street and watch your back, cause brothers with the gats don't be knowing how to act. They always pull a Glock when somebody rocks at night, and if they get shot they often snitch to the cops. Now tell me this ain't living foul. She just had a baby child and she's back to selling crack vows on the app, cause she's addicted to the fast cash. Alone with that last before the cops be a minute ass. But honey dip don't wanna listen, cause she's in a position that nobody gives a pot to piss in. Her life is stuck and filled with bad luck, so she fucks and fucks to earn another buck. She don't really care about pride, and she jumps into another ride, then committing suicide.
Hey yo, this goes on and on shot. Everybody's doing their own thing, from hooker and the drug sling. This goes on and on shot. Everybody's doing their own thing, from hooker and the drug sling. Hey yo, this goes on and on shot. Everybody's doing their own thing, from hooker and the drug sling. This goes on and on shot. Everybody's doing their own thing, from hooker and the drug sling.
Times is getting hard with this blind, I swear to God. I even got caught trying to steal from the junkyard. A born terror, a rebel without a pause. I never had a good Christmas, so who was Santa Claus? I walk the streets at night with my head down. In this little town you see clowns that wanna be down, so they get a Glock and lick shots to get props. And when shit rocks, so you can hear as the shells drop. An old man got shot in a parking lot in front of my building. I hang with his grandchildren, and for the nigga that pulled the trigger and tried to slide and hide, but he got knocked by the homicide. And this happens every day around my way, so I pray that I can live another day.
Hey yo, this goes on and on shot. Everybody's doing their own thing, from hooker and the drug sling. This goes on and on shot. Everybody's doing their own thing, from hooker and the drug sling. Hey yo, this goes on and on shot. Everybody's doing their own thing, from hooker and the drug sling. This goes on and on shot. Everybody's doing their own thing, from hooker and the drug sling.
Show classic. Classic.
Ski mask, the first national for $500,000. It's real fuck rational. Your armor truck stuck like dust heads for my collateral. Certified criminal, gun smuggling villain who be filling clips full of their cum, swelling your genitals.
Specialist, cat burglar, stocking cat murderer, Uzi clip and soda. You got cheese, I heard of ya. You dirty rat, maneuver through traps and torch doors. Plastic explosive bags of C4.
Blast your cannon, deliver these clowns and understanding the cash rules. Don't nothing move, kid. 500 grand in the war, son. Make it assault, one on my way to the goal line. Fucked around and fumbled up the wrong
I
time.
the phone lines, cut the alarm, the pipe bomb detonates in 7 minutes. The first task we in it. Lace the tear gas, put on your mask, load the bags, check the roof for the Jake. I'ma climb the gate last.
Scan the internet, copy the floppy, shut the drive off, incinerate the whole data bank before we slide off. Time check 2400 and still wasting. Your minutes keep racing, let's blow this foundation.
Keep patient, I got the whole dole administration on CD-ROM, smuggling firearms, and a date to attempt to assassinate Farrakhan from his Middle East trips and building with Saddam. Yo, it's the heights of the century. We execute right, going down in history. We get to loot and live life how it's meant to be. A stolen legacy, live Egyptian mystery. Word up, yo, it's the heights of the century. We execute right, going down in history. Get the loot and live life how it's meant to be. A stolen legacy, live Egyptian mystery. Egyptian mystery. You know what I'm saying? A stolen legacy.
Nothing like love and success. Your legacy is tremendous.
Yeah, know what I'm saying? This is what you call, this was made history right here. Know what I'm saying? The fifth element. Earth, wind, fire, sons and man. Know what I'm saying? You got the WuTang in the house. Know what I'm saying? ODB. Your Wyclef, play the guitar, man. The earth is approximately covered underwater, approximately 3/4 of the surface. The sun and moon had attracted power while it's on its way around the sun. I'm the Eddie Kane of the WuTang. Osiris with the fire extinguisher slain. Maintain this paradise on this earth with the shut the fuck up style for what the shit is worth. Watch a nigga catch a purse. Superhero niggas die through my dirt. Get away and
your entrepreneur, wisdom shots through the dark allure. The black sire, smack fire out of the liar. My heart desire, speak truth till I inspire. The clever writer, live wire, never retire. The child teacher, loudspeaker, earth seeker, the wind blower to the seas. I'm like Noah.
Shine star, no matter who you are, shining bright to say, but you be true to me. You're shining star, no matter who you are, shining bright to say, but you be true to me.
Hey yo, this masterpiece be exclusive and fascinating. Street knowledge education, teach the seed, son, no procrastinating. Get a learning, graduating. Blessed be the ones with patience from the ancient. God bless the child that can hold his own. Little shorties don't trust the soul, it's all glow control. Earth, wind and fire, sons of man and Wyclef. We connect like we next to bring the intellect. We teach both sex, Brooklyn to Tibet. Male or female who follow footsteps and correct.
I'm a shining star, beam of light from out far. It's like these will burn holes through our reservoir. Espionage, let it be known we take charge. Come hard with the underground like camouflage. Keep it bizarre and mainstream for the young teens. Though if it don't be for Clarence the 13.
You're a shining star, no matter who you are, shining bright to say, but you be true to me.
Escaping the ghetto, using the base temple with trouble. In the streets we carry heavy metal. War with the devil, yo son, life is reality. Reality is life. People live in strife, the world for a strife. The gods living right in the zack. Too many lack, black on black crime, no rest. Another victim later rest.
It's been a long time to be certain. Sons of man, Mahadis of all searching. The heat is perking, earth, wind, and fire burning. Sensation, yearning and learning situation. Wyclef platinum hits, beast creation is what your life can truly be. Anticipation.
No matter who you are, shining bright to say, but you be true to me. You're a shining star, no matter who you are, shining bright to say,
What you see? Yo. When I was young, I taught how to produce. The science of babies getting loose. I turned white boys to Springsteen spruce. Black to spruce. To the Chinese, I gave Bruce. I can't help it if my style is foggy. Roast the boogie, get you high on my patio. Or come to see me movie. Girls, you're walking on my dirt. I'm all in your air. I make you like playing cough hurt.
For all my shining stars from here to LA to Mars. Growing up in the ghetto where times is hard. No matter where you are, you a child of God. Born as a king, not a slave for jobs. It's much more than life than the drink and bars. Large bank accounts in these fancy cars. Little King Tut, they scheming when they lust. They get handcuffed for diamond ring cuts.
When you reach upon the star, you're a shining star. No matter who you are, shining bright to say, but you're true, baby. You're a shining star. No matter who you are, shining bright to say, but you're true, baby. You're a shining star, they used to say, what your life can truly be. Shining star, they used to say, what your life can truly be. Let nowhere be. Truly see, shining bright to say, you can be, but you can truly be.
Yo, we back on the mic, the one and only Resurrector on the phone, man. RZA, real quick, man, how did you get your name? How did it change from Prince Rakeem to the RZA, man? Can you, I mean, I've never asked you this in person, man, but
I would love to talk about that, but I'm gonna leave that to the show.
Oh, that's in the show.
Yeah, episode 3, we kind of, it goes into that. So for your listeners out there, that question that King Tech just asked. If you want the answer, you got to tune in. WuTang American Saga Season 2.
Yeah, man. Yeah, for sure, brother. And what? Let me ask you this, man. What was your biggest challenge in getting this TV deal? What if you had? What? How did you get it? What was the challenge when you had to go get it? What was? I know it's different than making records to do television and produce. What's the key differences?
I mean, it's hard to probably explain. I know we took a lot of time talking already, but I'll just say that I just really felt that in order to tell the story of WuTang, that it can't just be done in a 2-hour movie.
Okay.
And I just really had a passion to bring it to a network and to make it a TV series. I was very fortunate to, have a producer like Brian Grazer who had met me on, I think, American Gangster. And he also met ODB back in the day, and he was very interested in what hip-hop was and our personalities. And he read the book, The Tao of Wu. When he read the book, he optioned it, right? So in Hollywood, usually a book will come out, like Harry Potter, right? People will get the book and they'll option it and they'll make a movie out of it or a TV show or whatever. So The Tao of Wu was a book that I wrote, and Brian Grazer and Imagine, they optioned the book, and they felt there was something there that could be expounded upon. And it took about 5-6 years before, about 5 years before we cracked what it could be. And so I got to also thank my partner, Alex C. Mm-hmm. He was a hot writer in Hollywood, writing some great screenplays. Watchmen, Superfly, a whole bunch of things, Spike Lee joints and stuff like that. So once me and him met, we actually became like peanut butter and jelly, and we figured out how to, how to tell the story, in a way that it could be expanded upon, not just for 2 hours, but as I said, we up to our 2nd season, so that's 20 episodes. It takes a lot of work to do that.
Yeah.
A lot of trust from the industry, a lot of sweat from the writers in the writers' room, but we was dedicated to it, and we believed, right, that the WuTang story is a story that should be told because it resonates with so many people on different platforms, right?
Right.
And also the idea of young men in America trying to find their way, whether black, white, Latin, Asian, Native American, our brown Asian brothers who are now coming over from Pakistan, India, so our African brothers who are migrating to second, first generations, the Haitian brothers. It's like, how do you navigate through America? Right? There's not a lot of examples to show you that. But WuTang and American Saga is striving to show you that. And I think that's why we was able to get a 2nd season. if the people resonate with this, you know, there's a chance to come back and do it again, and we'll see, you know.
Oh my God, my man T-Bone, he's a gospel MC, the legend, called me up, was like, Tech, I watched the whole thing in 2 days, man. Me and my wife was sitting here. Then I got this other call. So a lot of people that are finding it are like, this shit is incredible, yo. And it's really your story. How close to accurate is it to the Wu-Tang story? Are you 80%, 90%? Do you have to kind of expand it to make it longer? Would be what's your goal with it?
I mean, in all reality, it's not enough time to tell the story. How can you tell a life of so many people in 100 hours? If we had 5 seasons and 5 seasons with 50 episodes, that's still only 100 hours. 100 hours, that's what, 2 weeks.
Yeah. You're right. I think you're right.
It's not easy to do that, but we're finding ways to find the nucleus of the stories, the meat and bone, the meat of it. You know what I mean? And we're able to tell it. So it's a lot of information there. That's exactly how it happened, and there's also a lot of information there that happens not only to us, but happens to other young people going through life. You know what I mean? And it's the common denominator of resonation that I think any entertainment has to find. And I think we found it. You know, I think you could whether you look at Raekwon's character played by Shamik Moore, or you look at Ghostface character played by Sadiq Anderson, or you even just look at Cherie, you know, a young girl who you know, falls in love with an older guy, you know what I mean? And was, you know, her plan was to, you know, go to school and be this and be this and be that. But, you know, street life, urban life, hot sex in the summer, things change. You know, you look at mothers, you know, I never forget episode 3, which was one of my favorite episodes of season 1. The reason why episode 3 was so powerful to me because, you know, we had to look back at one of our homies that had got shot in the streets, you know, after doing a robbery. You know, he robbed a kingpin, yo, and it's a lot of dudes. And back in those days, they you know, they want to stick up the drug dealers, and he lost his life, but he was a fun dude. He was a beautiful dude, and everybody loved him. And when the episode opens and you see Erica Alexander, who plays Linda, she gives this speech to the funeral home, and the speech she gave is relevant today. It's relevant in Chicago. It's relevant in Brownsville. It's relevant still in Park Hill. You know, crime and violence is continue to permeate our communities. And she said something. She said, "These are our babies." You know what I mean? A mother don't see their child as a gangster, as a thug, or a criminal. We see them as our children. We see each other in the grocery stores and we see these kids and we go, how is Tom? How is John? How is Bobby? How is Sadiq? How is Joaquin? How is, you know what I mean? Right. You know what I mean? How you know, how is Juan? All these are our children. Right. And then when you have to sit there and look at one lay in a coffin, right, for a material thing, a thing that could be replaced, it shatters a community in all reality. It shatters that household. The person who committed the crime now becomes a criminal, and potentially his family could be shattered. You know what I mean? It's so much damage. And that, you know, part of telling our story, which, you see the police violence and somebody gets shot by the cops or choked by the cops, all that happened on Staten Island. But it happened before it was on the news. You know what I mean? Right. And our story gets the chance to put a magnifying glass on that and talk about it. But what I do like about the show is that as we show it, we address it though. You know, the speech that we gave Erica, it was based on how my mother really was. My mother was that type of person in the community that, you know, she'll get her welfare check and she'll buy 100 hot dogs. Okay? and everybody eats. Like, you know what I mean? Like, for 3 days, everybody eating. You know, after 3 days, it's like going back to packing grocery, or everybody got to get back on their hustle. But when she got her check, she was the type of person that would buy 100 hot dogs, and any kid could walk up to the window and get one. You know what I mean?
Wow.
And so I wanted to capture that essence, but then show also how she felt when she was like, oh, they killed someone. Oh my God, that boy was such a beautiful kid. He could have been this. He could have been. She knew him as, you know, they call her Miss Diggs, and she knew him as, you know, just as Jay, not as the street name we give each other.
Right.
So anyway, I mean to go that long on it, but point being made is that our story there's so much purity in what this show is doing.
Yeah.
It's still entertainment, so we found ways to tell it. Like, so of course there was never a moment where we was animation, but we were able to put animation in our show.
Right.
To accelerate the story, to express the story without having to go through all the other details. So we're using other cinematic techniques, music, animation. You know, episode 9, we went to a whole kung fu movie sequence. You know, we talk about comic books, just bringing everything. It's called WuTang, an American Saga, because this is American life.
Take you on this lyrical high real quick. 1993 exoticness. You know what I'm saying? Let's get technical. Where's your bone at? Get up on that shit, alright? Yo! Started off on the Allen, AK Shannon, niggas wailing, gunshots thrown and phone dialing. Back in the days, I'm 8 now, making a tape now. Ray gotta get a plate now. Ignorant and mad young, wanted to be the one till I got loud. Felt one. Yeah, my pops was a fiend since 16, shooting that's that shit in his bloodstream. That's the life of a crimey, real life crimey. If niggas know the habits behind me. Day one, yo, growing all up in the ghetto. Now I'm a weed fiend, jetting the palmetto. In Medina, yo, no doubt, the guard got crazy clout, pushing a big joint from down south. So if you're filthy stacked up, better watch your back and duck, cause these fiends, they got it cracked up. Now my man from up north, now he got the law, as solid as a rock and crazy saw. No jokes, I'm not playing, get his folks, Desert Eagle his dick and put him in a yoke. And the note for sure, I got wreck and rip shot, I pointed a gat at his mother's knot. Word out. Fuck that. Dedicated to the winners and the losers. Dedicated to all Jeeps and Land Cruisers. Dedicated to the 5s, 850i. Dedicated to niggas who do drive-bys. Dedicated to the Lexus and the Axe. Dedicated to MPVs. Fat nigga, yeah. Yo, kicking the fly cliche, doing duets with Ray and A. Happens to make my day. Though I'm tired of busting off shots, having to rock knots, running up in spots and making shit hot. I'd rather put shows instead of those hanging on my living room wall. My first joint in the window. I want a lamp, I want to be in the shade, plus a spotlight, getting my dick rolled all night. I want to have me a fat yacht and enough land to go and plant my own cess crops. But for now it's just a big dream, cause I find myself in a place where I'm last seen. My thoughts must be relaxed, be able to maintain, cause times is changing, life is strange, the glorious days is gone and everybody's doing bad. Yo, mad lives is up for grabs, brothers passing away, I gotta make wakes, receiving all types of calls from upstate. Yo, I can't cope with the pressure, settling for lesser. The guard left lessons on my dresser, so I can bloom and blossom, find a new way, continue to make more hits with Ray and A. Sunshine plays a major part in the daytime. Peace to mankind, Ghostface carry a black 9, nigga. Word up. It's on like that.
Hey yo, what's up, y'all? Yo, this is Tony Starks, aka Ghostface Killer, and y'all tuned into the Wake Up Show.
J45, a channel produced exclusively
by Shady Bitch.
By Eminem.
Baby's fine, brothers dying, brothers getting knocked. Shit is deep on the block, and you got me locked down in this cold, cold world.
It was the night before
before New Year's and all through the fucking projects. Not a handgun was silent, not even a tech. Outsiders were stuck by enemies who put fear and blasted on the spot before the pigs were dead. You know hoods rob and snipe was new in sight. Fuck blue and white, they escaped before them flashed the fucking lights. Gunshots shatter first floor window panes. Shells hit the ground and blood stained the dice game. Weather broke calisthenic, any style you said it. Beat niggas toothless, physically cut up like gooses. But with iron on the side, thugs took no excuses. Therefore, your 52 hand blocks is useless. Links were snatched off necks, scars on throats. Jackets took after bullet rips through coats against those who felt the cold from the steel. Made them fold and squill once the metal hit the temple of his grill. Construction worker who was caught for his bomber. No time to swing the hammer that was hanging from his farmers. In his bug, how some niggas catch slugs and pockets dug from everything except check stubs. And it does sound ill like wars in Brownsville or fatal robberies in Red Hook with feds look for fugitives to shoot cops. Niggas laying on rooftops for his cream he stashed in a shoebox. But he was hot and the strip was filled with young killers you don't suspect. So cops creep like caterpillars and born thieves. They hooded with extra bullets. Those who try to flee, they hit the vertebrae. Increase the murder rate. Similar to hitmen who pull out texts and then drop those crack like tacos from Mexican. Rapid like recipients casting checks again. Back to the motherfucking spot on Lexington.
Ladies and gentlemen, man, the one and only RZA, bro. It's an honor and privilege to work with you, bro, because I know you're a purist at heart. I know whether you made $1 or 10 million, you'll still be putting all your efforts in to make it all right and preserve hip-hop culture the way it should be and the way it's supposed to be. And I'm very, very proud of you, man. Like, it's unbelievable that we've been friends for 25 years now. We met at a little nightclub in Club Mirage in San Francisco when y'all was performing, and it wasn't going well, and you were upset, and you were like, who the hell's in charge here? My cousin Prince Ice goes, he got a little nervous and pointed at me, and I was just there to see the show. And you started yelling at me, man. You were like, hey, man, listen, you know who we are, you know what we do, da, 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 da. And I was like, look, man, we got this show called The Wake Up Show. I'll do whatever you need, bro. What do you need? And then we came up with a plan. We were all young at the time, man, early 20s. And we came up with a plan on how to get your music out. And what a lot of people didn't know, Sway and I would just do that for everybody. But not everybody followed our advice. You called me 2 weeks later and said, I'm here.
Yeah.
I was like, oh,
you gotta come and stay in that. You told me we gotta stay in the area for a period of time and network and communicate. And we ended up staying in the Bay Area for almost 30 days.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. It was exactly right, man. And I was like, okay, this dude took it serious. All right, man, where y'all at? He said, man, we in Oakland. I said, Malibu Grand Prix. Go over there. I'm going to get on there and say, WuTang Clan, man. And then y'all was big enough as a clan that you can go to different locations. And that's why
we respect.
Yeah, and it was all love. That's the thing about it was, man, a lot of people don't remember early 90s, 91, 92, 93. You had Pac, you had, Dre, you had Snoop. Like, California was trying to really get on the map in a bigger level. And New York had kind of slowly, that's why they kept saying Wu-Tang Clan put us back on the map. New York cats would say that. Not that New York ever fell off the map, but Cali was on a run. And then all of a sudden, you guys come, because everybody was going for this super polished sound. And I'm giving your background story a little bit, because that Dre's sound was so polished and clean and banging, and it was working on a national level. And you got it back to dirty and grimy again with incredible MCs. And it was like, wait a minute, man, you can't deny this. Even though this sounds like it's on a cassette versus a CD, it's still banging. And then that's when everybody...
the spine tingling thing. Look, we appreciate it so much with everybody was doing in hip hop, with Snoop and Dre, those, I never forget when the Chronic came out and I think my brother Power had the big Benz, and that's the cassette he had in the Benz.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's drive through. Him and Raekwon, they had the big Benz bumping that. You know what I mean?
Right.
So we respected the quality and the flavor that was being brought in. E40, me and Ghost, man, we used to love when E40's videos would come on. You know what I mean?
Right.
Back then it was Rap City. It was the video. That's the only way you're gonna see.
Right.
You know, I'll never forget watching Deep Cover for the first time when Snoop popped up.
Right.
You know what I mean? So Scarface and them coming down from Texas with Mom Playing Tricks on You.
Right.
You know what I mean? But in New York, you know, it's this dark, gritty staircase. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's we just wanted to show our life. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And not taking away from any of the greats that was in front of us or any of the people that was striving to do it at that time.
Yeah.
We just wanted to be like, yo, we are on some ruckus shit. This is how we feel. This is the grow up on the crime side, the New York Times side, staying alive is no job. Like you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so and to have, you know, when you and Sway, you know, first of all, on one of the biggest platforms, you know, KML was like a trend-setting station.
Yeah, it was.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So to have your support and you know, like you said, to even take the you know, you may have met me angry that night based on, you know, I'm trying to get my shit tight, like, yo, what the fuck is going on here?
Yeah.
But taking the time to talk to each other, and I want to shout out Hieroglyphics real quick too, because they actually had popped up that night and gave us a lot of love and shit. I always respect Hyro, man, because, you know, it was young, around the same age as us, you know what I mean?
Right.
And they had a banging single out, and they respected what we was doing. I never forget that, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, bro. The you know, the Holy Quran says one of man's biggest flaw is that he don't take heed when wisdom and advice comes to him. I took heed.
Well, you did it, and it worked up and down Cali. Eventually, man, the West Coast became like in love with WuTang. Like, y'all was on every station doing everything, and I think by 97 we did a concert at the Palladium together. And my God, man, that had to be one of the illest nights in hip hop history. I mean,
that was
people
sold
would
out,
sold it out.
crazy.
It was, the place could only fit 3,000, but I think they got about 5,000 people in there. The cops came, they turned the lights on, and it was nothing but love. I remember, man, it was one of the greatest nights of my life because the place was going crazy, and people were standing on chairs, and they was about to rip the whole thing apart. And I never forget, man, Sway turned the lights on and goes, listen, if y'all don't calm down and get down, the building owner is going to shut the show down. And it was like, no, we don't want to shut the show down. Everybody calmed down, got off the chairs. And I remember you was backstage, and y'all would, for some reason, you wasn't coming out. And I was like, oh my God, man. The owner kept telling me, hey, you got an hour left. Hey, you got 50 minutes left. Hey, I'm like, why aren't they coming out? So I said,
waiting for some more members to show up.
Yeah, waiting for members. And I just came back and I was like, man, I know this dude well enough, man. Let me just do it. RZA, man, you coming on. You're like, hold on, Tech. I was like, no, man, we on right now. Hey, WuTang Clan, RZA, come out. And you were like, what the fuck? I just told you to hold on, bro. And I was like, no. You got to start because y'all had so many hits at that time. I know it was impossible to get it out in 50 minutes. And but it was one of them nights to remember. And whoever was there, man, that show was just insanity. And from that moment on, I think you guys went on a worldwide tour. And I never forget running back into you. And this is why I love the RZA, man. He keeps it as real as possible. And doing a flashback, I think y'all did a worldwide tour. You come back, and I think y'all were on, you went back to New York, and the vibe had changed, or something had changed. You flew to Cali, we was on the beat. And I was like, RZA, what's going on? And you were like, hey, man, listen, man, I'm tired of this shit. All these stations are saying it's the hip-hop world and real hip-hop and R&B and hip-hop. But Tech, they ain't play no hip-hop.
I remember that, yo, yeah. It was like, that's when the slogan was the home of hip-hop.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
And then hip-hop, you know, it was hip-hop done it was just turning back kind of soft again.
Yeah.
Turning little technotronics and shit.
Yeah.
But you know what? You know, I mean, I was really, especially being young and feeling that hip hop just, has a purity to it.
Yeah.
Like it's just like, even if you like buy, I'd rather drink 100% orange juice, you know what I mean? But if you buy it from concentrate, it's still got orange juice in it. Or if you buy, one of those orange Gina, it's still gonna have 10% orange juice in it, all right? But when you just start hitting me with something that has no natural juices, it's just a orange color, and you're gonna say that's it, that's when it got too far for me. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I love the fact that you came and kept it real, man. I think I got that on video somewhere, bro. I swear to God, I remember you showed up to the station really upset, and I was like, RZA, what's going on? I turned the mic on, and you were like, yo, bro, they talking about it's a hip-hop world, and it's a hip-hop life, and it's home of hip-hop, but they ain't play no hip-hop. And I think it was like, damn, man, he's got a point, man. I mean, now that hip-hop's gotten popular, everybody's saying the word hip-hop, but is it really hip-hop that they're playing? And I don't know, man. I like I said, bro, what I appreciate about you is the honesty and the wisdom, breaking it down that comes right after it. It's not just F this dude, F that dude, it's not like that. Because you're always thinking about how to get the next generation to understand the hard work that we all put in the 80s and 90s and the 2000s, and they should appreciate it, so when we pass the stick to them, they could appreciate it even more and advance it forward like we thought it was going to be. But some of that is getting lost, which is why I think if y'all watch season 1 and season 2, you will get a different appreciation for what this man did back in the day like I did. Like I said, bro, even me working on it and I'm seeing the stuff you guys are doing, it just brought me and Sway back into art. Like, damn, man, this was me and him in my mom's garage in South Hayward trying to get a crew together to work at Domino's Pizza Watch. This is to get the damn SP1200. Everybody had to have the damn 1200, which is a sampling machine that everybody needed. To see you going through it on the East Coast, we're going through the West Coast, it's just amazing. So anyway, man, for hip-hop fans, to me, that's what I was saying. It's like The Wire meets hip-hop, man. It's like a lot of street dudes with street background, street stories, and then you got this dude that believes that all of these gangster dudes could actually make a record, and they did. It's like pretty much, to me, I think WuTang Clan is the #1 rap group of all time because longevity, lyrical, beats.
I'll let that conversation happen with you and Sway and DJs, and y'all guys can have that conversation. I'm not going to jump in that one.
Yeah.
But let me say this, yo. It is important, for, young men to definitely know the history of where things come from. It's important for our generation, the older men, to respect the way that they're doing it now, how they're going through their experience in life, and they're telling their story how they gotta tell it. But there's a martial arts saying, you gotta always know the foundation, the basic stance, the basic horse stance. You gotta start at the foundation in order for everything else to be strong. So compliments to all the young MCs out there. Everybody's picking up their pens and making their demos and making beats on their phones and laptops or whatever you're using. You know what I mean?
Right.
You got the tools, and we respect that. But definitely always do the knowledge to the foundation.
Right.
Okay? Because once you know the foundation, you could build anything on top of it. Just wanted to share that. And I'm gonna get up out of here, man. It's been a pleasure talking to you, bro. And Bung Bung, Hulu. If you don't got it, they got this thing. You get it for 30 days, and
it's a free trial. Just check it out. Yeah,
free trial.
Free trial.
But anyway,
you got nothing to lose. Nothing to lose, man. Classic hip hop history in the making, and literally being made, and it's made for you to see what this man really did, man. And once again, brother, congratulations, and thank you for the time, bro. And it's an honor and privilege, like I said, to work with you. And we stay friends forever, man. All right, brother. I will hit you later, man. Respect and peace.
I'm the one man army ain't on. I never been tooken out. I keep MCs looking out. I drop signs like Crosby dropping babies. Enough to make a nigga go crazy. In the G building, taking all types of medicines. Your ass thought you were better than a son. I keep planets in orbit while I be coming with deeper and more shit. Enough to make you break and shake your ass as I create. Rhyme good as the tasty cake makes. This style I'm mastered in. Niggas catching headaches, what? You need aspirin?
Introducing your fuck that nigga's name. My hip hop drops on your head like rain. And when it rain, it pours, cause my rhymes hardcore. That's why I give you more of the raw. Telling that I got more rock the spot. MCs, I'll be burning hot. Whoa ho ho, let me like slow up with the flow. If I move too quick, oh, you just won't know. I'm homicidal when you enter the target. Nigga, get up, act like a pig, try to hog shit. So I take your ass out quick, the mic's I'm had it, my nigga. You can suck my dick. If you wanna step to my motherfucking rep, blow, 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 blown to death. You got shot cause you knock. Who's there? Another motherfucking hard rock. Slacking on your back cause raw's what you lack. You wanna react? Bring it on back. Shame with you when you stepped up to the old dirty bastard. Brooklyn, sure. Shame on you when you stepped up to the old dirty bastard. Brooklyn, sure. Brooklyn, sure. Shame on you when you stepped up to the old.
Everybody wake up for the wake up show, you heard me? J45.
Watch your step, I smoke on the mic like smoking Joe Frazier, the Hellraiser, raising hell with the flavor, terrorize the jam like troops in Pakistan, swinging through your town like your neighborhood Spider-Man. So tick tock and keep ticking, when I get you flipping off the shit I'm kicking. The Lone Ranger, co-ed, danger, deep in the dark with the art to rip the charts apart. The vandal, too hot to handle your battle. You're saying goodbye like Devin Campbell. Rough neck, Inspector Dex on the set. The rebel, I make more noise than heavy metal.
The way I make the crowd go wild. Sit back, relax, won't smile. Ray got it going on, pal. Call me the rap assassinator. Rhymes rugged and built like Schwarzenegger. And I'ma get mad deep like a threat. Blow up your project, then take all your assets. Cause I came to shake the frame in half with the thoughts that bomb shit like math. So if you wanna try to flip, yo, flip on the next man. Cause I'll grab the clip and hit you with 16 shots and more. I got going to war with the melting pot.
It's the Method Man for short, Mr. Map. Move it on your left. And set it off, get it off, let it off like a gat. I wanna break food, cop me back. Small change, they putting shame in the game. I take game and blow that nigga out the frame. And like bang, my style will live forever. Niggas crossing over like they don't know no better. But I do. True, can I get a sue? Enough respect due to the 1-6. Ooh, I mean, oh. Yo, check out the flow like the Hudson or PCP. When I'm dusting, niggas off because I'm hot like sauce. The smoke from the lyrical blood make me
What? Grab my nut, get screwed. Ow. Here comes my Shaolin style. To B-A-B-Y-U. To my crew with the
Yeah. Come on, baby, come on. Baby, come on, baby, come on.
Yo, you best protect your neck.
There it is, y'all. Time to get the hell out of here, man. I am DJ King Tech. I hope y'all enjoyed that, man. 2-hour special with the one and only the RZA, man. One of the few people in the music industry I call my friend, man. But dude, the way he was breaking it down tonight, Rev, was incredible, man. Make sure man, you got to catch season 2, Rev. Have you watched season 1? Season 1? Yep. Okay. Season 2, I promise y'all, is, I want to say, at least 2 or 3 times even better than season 1. Because now you get to really dig deep into his mind on how he made 36 Chambers. WuTang Clan ain't nothing to... Trust me, world famous wake up show. That shit was dope. World famous wake up show. For my partner Sway, the lovely Skyhook, the legendary DJ Revolution. I'm King Tech saying peace. Season 2. WuTang American Saga. Thanks, RZA.
Everybody place your tapes in the deck so you can record the wake up show where Sway and Tech be catching crazy wrecks.
Sway and Tech wake up show, tag it in the alley.
Wake up like the radio show Revolution. King Tech is Sway.
Yo, that's DJ King Tech.
Yo, I go by the name of Swiggity, aka Swayze, aka Sway. What's my name, man? What's my name? Say my name, man.
Listen, man. And together with DJ Revolution and Skyhook, we make the world famous wake up show. You know what